We're gonna be making a cat face in felt to upgrade our Christmas stocking. We'll start by grabbing a reference picture of our cat. In my case, I'm using our little angel Benny. So I picked a felt color that most closely resembled the most dominant color in him, which was the ivory. Then I figured out the max length for the surface that I'm going to be using the cat face on, and use that mark as the guide as to what my furthest edge for the cheek should be. Now, if you're concerned with what to draw with, I'm just using a regular pen, but you're also able to use chalk or pencil to create the outline, because then you're going to be cutting it off and it's going to be like it was never even there. Now you're going to want to cut it so that it's apart from the bigger piece of felt, so you can maneuver it easily and rotate the felt in your hands. Then fold it over to check the symmetry. So I like to fold it along the tips and then cut off any excess. Once you have that basic cat shape, we're going to grab the second most dominant color of felt, which in Benny's case it was the brown, and we're gonna cut out the same cat face shape, because this will ensure that everything matches and also give it a better finish, always making sure that the edges match. Then grab your pen, pencil, or chalk and outline the major parts where the second color is most dominant in. Drawing the nose, since that's going to help guide us on where the eyes and the markings should be. And just remember that if you make a mistake and you draw the wrong thing, as long as it's not an area you're using, you don't need to start over. After you do the nose, I would suggest starting around the eye area as I'm doing, because that's going to make it easier to follow the outline. You want to just follow the shape as naturally as possible. So Benny had what it reminds me of a helmet, so we're going to follow along the same shape and just look at our picture as a reference. Then we're going to be cutting the pieces that we will be using, and then grabbing that third felt piece, which is going to be the final dominant color, which for Benny it was those black stripes. So we're going to simulate the same effect with the black areas. So we're going to only cut out the helmet and the black felt. You really want to focus on getting the shapes to match, because it's going to make it easier for you to work with. And if you have a lighter felt piece, go ahead and do the same as you've done previously. If your cat also has stripes like Benny did, make sure that you cut out the area, but don't cut all the way to one of the edges so that it all stays attached. Be sure to move the pin around as needed so you can follow the coat patterns as close as possible. Once you're done making those initial cuts, go ahead and glue your second color onto your base so that it doesn't move around. Only add the glue around the outside edges, and then press down firmly to hold in place. And at this point, if you need a little bit more extra coverage, then go ahead and gently stretch the felt to fit the space, but be very careful so that you don't end up ripping it. Then place the third color on top so you can slowly finish the cuts from your prior step, which is where you left the edge connecting all of the remaining detail. So if you have sections of stripes like Benny's helmet, you want to keep them as a single piece, because it's gonna make your gluing process a lot easier. But if you need to, you can also cut them out one by one, and then just be sure to glue as you go so that you don't lose your spot. For stripes, I would recommend gluing that outer edge first and then going back in to add the details on the individual stripes, and be sure to remove any excess glue immediately and adjust the glue while it's hot. Now, to prevent burns, if you're able to and have a glue gun like mine where it has a temperature range, you want to use it at a low settings. Now I'm gonna have some glue guns listed like mine in the description box below, but if not, just be very careful with the hot glue. Once you glue all of the third color details, you want to trim the inside edges using your second color as the guide. This will make it have a cleaner look. And then cut off any outdoor edges as needed. Afterwards, go ahead and glue the inner edges into place so that it doesn't flop around, and add some glue in the middle areas for extra stability and durability. Then sketch out the outline of the nose in your cat's nose color and cut it. Now Benny's was mostly pink, so I'm just keeping it simple and using a light pink for his nose. Now, you're going to go ahead and fold this for symmetry as well, and just try to stay true to your cat's reference picture because this is a small detail that will make a big difference. So for instance, Benny had a longer nose, so I had to cut off some of the excess on the sides. Then grab a section of black felt and cut an eye by creating a circle. Go ahead and start making it a little bigger and then reduce the size as you go based on your preference. Once you're happy with the size, go ahead and use it as reference so you can cut out that second eye. Then lay out your cat's facial structure to where you want to glue them. And then glue the pieces that you're happy with. Remember, you don't have to glue everything that you cut. Afterwards, if you like, you can use a pen or a Sharpie to add the mouth. I wanted it to be light, just like in the picture, so I opted to use a pen. Now, if you've enjoyed making the cat face so far, honoring our sweet boy, please consider subscribing. My mom and I create all types of pet lover and cute DIY projects like this one, so we'd love to have you join the fun. Now, since I'm making a face for Stocking to Remember or Rainbow Kitty, I'm going to be making some green accents since he had green eyes. And I'll be drawing and cutting 9 hearts, one for every year that he was on Earth. Technically, we only got to know him for about 8 of those years after he was abandoned by his first family, but still, he was a true angel on Earth and just the most wonderful, loving, and sweetest cat in the whole world. So, even though we can't physically celebrate a lot of things with him, just know that we always have him around, so you will see him again because my mom and I just never run out of ways of celebrating the life and the love and the impact that he made in our lives. Because when we call ourselves cat lovers or cat ladies, he really is a major part of why we are like this. So, all that we can do now is just cherish all of the wonderful memories that he gave us. And if you're still lucky enough to have your cat next to you, just remember to give them a big hug, even if they're not that excited about it. Give them a kiss and all the love that you can, because love is all that truly matters.